Where you from? Man, I'm from down in the valley.
I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built the sling up.
You mean like San Antonio? Nah, man, farther.
Got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA. All the kids
V's up, player.
Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight.
Let's start the show, Wattis.
What's good, DITV? Today we got another special one, man. We've been getting some good guests, and this one we're pretty excited for. A 6'3", 266-pound defensive lineman from Minneapolis, Minnesota, taking a unique path through college football before coming to UTRGV. Started your college career at Drake, went to Southwestern College, and now brings that experience to UTRGV. Known as a physical player in the trenches, strong motor, ability to disrupt the game. You definitely are one of the linemen that is really going to help us. So thanks, Nick, for joining us.
Yes, sir. Glad to be on.
Yes,
And seeing
yes,
a lot of
sir.
people.
Well, now we're excited about it, man, especially your background. So we're going to get into that. But before we get into it, we want to get to know you a little bit and do some rapid fire, if that's okay.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know if you're a hip hop head, but I like to know that Kendrick or Drake.
Oh, I gotta go Drake.
Tell me
Gotta go
why.
Drake.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
I just feel like Drake always has a song for like every situation. Like if it's Drake, I know it's gonna be good. If it's Kendrick, he got some hit or misses for me.
Quality of work. And so you're going based on maybe this overall feel and rhythm. And I mean, because Drake is a lot of good melodies. You can't hate him for that. And then I talked to somebody else. He is a lyricist when you really think about Drake and what he talks about.
Yep. You gotta actually listen to it. Like you gotta listen and listen again, listen again, listen again,
Yep.
listen again.
Yeah. Who's your favorite artist of all time?
My favorite artist of all time. Wow, that's a hard one. It low key might be Drake. You know,
Okay.
I say he has a big category. Like what I'm trying to say.
Catalog.
Yeah, he has a big catalog. He uh
Hmm.
he has everything. Like literally, it can go from fast upbeat to slow, like melody, calm.
It's
Yeah,
not a bad answer. He does have a lot of stuff, and I think he's supposed to come out with a new one. Supposed to be dropping pretty soon.
been waiting on Iceman. Been waiting on Iceman. Can't wait for that to
Yeah, I
drop.
was talking to somebody else. He's one of those cats that'll drop it like at midnight when nobody's ready for it, and then you wake up and your phone's just going crazy.
Yep,
He's
you
one of
gotta
those guys.
you gotta be on it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. The Valley is known for its food, right? And you've been here, I think, what, about a month and a half, 2 months? How long have you been here for?
About a month.
Okay. What's the best food you've had in the Valley and where?
Um, so I actually haven't been like eating out like that, but Nate Horta's mom actually made some food and
Oh,
amazing.
okay. You guys do like a barbecue or what'd you guys do?
It was a little get together for his birthday, and
Cool.
he threw down. It was amazing.
Did he? Okay, like I told you before, we're gonna have a barbecue at my house. I'll get you some of that real Texas barbecue.
Okay.
I'll get one of my cousins to come out because I have all the grills. Like I have the Traeger, the Blackstone. I have the fry. I have all kinds of stuff. But I usually will start the grill, clean it, and then I'll tap in. I'll ask for the right hander, and I'll get one of my cousins to finish up the barbecue because they're better at it to me. But we'll get you some of this barbecue, man. We'll get you hooked onto it. I know you're from Minnesota.
Yes, sir.
What kind of food is Minnesota known for? I don't know. Tell me about the food.
Kind of food that Minnesota is known for. I don't know. I'd say there's a lot of food out there, from a lot of different cultures. Um, but for me, I'd probably go to Mesa Pizza in Uptown. It's like it's a cool pizza joint, and it has a whole bunch of different pizza options. Like there's waffle fry pizza, macaroni
What?
and cheese pizza. Like it's some crazy combinations that you wouldn't even think of. It's pretty good.
Are you a like a New York thin crust guy or a thick crust guy?
I like thin crust.
See, I like the thick crust, and there's no Chicago style pizzas in the Valley.
Really?
There's only one spot that I've been to.
That's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of places out in Minnesota too.
Yeah, pizza's a big one for me. I know you spent some time in San Diego. What kind of spots in San Diego did you like? What was your favorite place in San Diego?
My favorite place in San Diego, I'd probably say Royal Mandarin. Oh my goodness, their salt and pepper chicken wings. They're like this
Ooh.
this big, and then they just loaded with rice, loaded with chicken. Mm.
Mm. That's a good look. Uh, now Minnesota gets cold, I imagine, right? 'Cause I've been there one time. Are you a beach vacation guy or like a winter type of vacation guy? Which one do you prefer?
I'm definitely a beach vacation type of guy. People keep asking, "What am I doing for spring break? Are you going home for spring break? Are you going home for spring break?" I'm like, "No, I'm not going back to the cold. I try to get away from the cold. You know, it was actually -30 before I left to come down here.
Oh no, 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 no. Have you had a chance to go to South Padre Island yet?
No, I was planning to for a couple of days for spring break, so we're gonna see
Yeah,
what
be
that's
careful out there. Be careful out there, but it's a good time. I love. Yeah, I grew up in Oceanside, so for me, I'm a beach kid at heart. So I spent a
okay.
lot of time at the beach and South Padre Island. I stay away from it from spring break because I'm old, but it gets a little crazy. But I love going there. I try to go there as much as possible. We have a spot out there that we can use, and it's really good. So I'm glad that you're going to be able to get out there and hopefully make it back in one piece, man, because it's going to look a little wild out there, man. A little wild.
I don't plan on doing nothing too crazy though. I've heard there's some great fishing spots out there.
Yeah,
They do jet ski rentals out there.
yeah,
And I just want to go to like one concert maybe.
yeah. I think I took when I think 2 years ago I took my teenager to her first concert there. It was Steve Aoki,
Really?
the DJ. Yeah, it was fun. It was crazy because we were like up front and there was a lot going on. For me as an old guy, my she was 16 at the time, so it was weird to be next to my 16-year-old. But they have a lot of good artists coming in for spring break, so hopefully you can catch one of them. And Clayton's is a big one. They have all the artists there, so that'll
Okay.
be a good one. Favorite defensive lineman growing up?
Favorite defensive lineman growing up? Well, there's an obvious answer of Aaron Donald, but like the
Yeah.
person who really got me into football is Khalil Mack.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Khalil
Khalil
Mack.
Mack's nice.
Raw strength, power. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, I hate when at the end of people's career they kind of jump teams a lot. I feel like that kind of messes up, but it's a business, right? You can't. It is what it is. But Khalil Mack in his era was the top defensive lineman in the league for multiple years.
Yep.
And I remember, I think he's from like a mid-major school, isn't he? From like Buffalo or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't from like a Big Ten or a Pac-12 school, so that's definitely a good one. So, well, that leads us into looking at your highlights, my guy. So I'm gonna
Okay.
put yours out. So we'll take a look at it. Kind of see what's cracking here. I only had the first like 5 games at Southwestern, so
Yeah. A couple of our games got cut out of the stats. I don't know why, but yeah.
for you watching the film, what can fans look for you? What stands out for you as a player watching the film?
I'd say my my ability to defend the run game. I love the
Okay.
run. Up north, it's pretty much hard nosed football, run it down your throat, and I love that. I love to stop, get in there, make a TFL. You feel me? Like
Oh,
I just love it. I love the run.
and you're 6'3", but you look bigger than 6'3" on tape. That's so
It really,
you definitely play, a lot, shred the blocks. I mean, man, and you played in a pretty competitive conference, right down in San Diego.
yep.
The JUCO conference you guys played in has some pretty good teams. What was one of the most competitive games you had at Southwestern?
Probably the most competitive game that we had was Riverside. Although we got blown
Yep.
out, that was a really competitive game. I'd say that was the best competition that we had, apart from San Diego Mesa. That was
Yeah,
actually our rival school. Winning the triple overtime with them, winning it last play of the game. Pretty crazy.
triple overtime's nuts
Yeah, it was a long game. It was a long game. I'll tell you that.
for sure. When you look at these highlights, Would you say you win more with power, hands, or leverage? What do you think you win more of your one on ones with?
I'd say I win more with leverage for sure. You know,
Okay.
I can get under people sometimes for sure. And then like just being able to get that separation and get off people, it really
Ooh,
helps a lot.
nice. Yeah, that was a good example of it right there. I did see some of them you were getting double teamed. Did you see that a lot last year when you played, or was that
Um,
something not too often?
I'd say double teams happen pretty often. I'd say it happens more at the one tech more than the three tech. I
Okay.
think the ball actually got ran away from me more than that, and so they would try to like scoop block me. But yeah,
Mm. Oh man, you're in there. You definitely a lot of these are run plays. So I see what you're saying when you're a big on the run heavy, and that's going to help us because last year, as a first year program, there was some times where we had some runs against us that were pretty, game changing, and some of that had to do with the depth first year program. So when I saw that they picked you up at a JUCO, I think JUCO is going to be a big deal in recruiting
it did.
because you got players like yourself that have gone against grown men, right? And JUCO is no joke, right? What do you think about the JUCO competition and what it taught you?
The JUCO competition was actually amazing out in California. Playing in one of the top conferences, we played against some of the best players. You know, a couple of our guys really are some of the best players too. Going to a lot of big D1 schools. You know, I think we sent 16 guys out of our starting roster D1
Oh,
season. Yep.
nice,
And then we
nice.
played really good competition. You know, I think we went against the number one tackle in the JUCO class last year. We went against a couple of running backs who were pretty insane. You know, but like it's real good competition. And I don't tend to back down from competition, so I'm glad that I'm here.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go back to your high school days. Minneapolis, is not known per se as a football factory, right? And it's pretty intense to see that you were able to get out and do your thing. What's Minneapolis football culture? What was your high school career like?
Minneapolis football culture. Wow. So I'd say football's decently big in Minnesota. I wouldn't say a lot of people make it out, but yeah, it's really hard run up there. You know, we're gonna pound the ball, like I said. But with my football journey, I didn't really win a game until my junior year of high school.
What?
Yeah. So got moved up my sophomore year. Played, actually had an injury. We went 0-9 that season.
Wow.
Freshman season, we also went 0-9, and then we actually finally got our first win my junior year against Wyzetta, and that was a huge game because they were seen as one of the top programs in Minnesota.
Okay. So you guys took down one of the top programs.
Yeah, and then we finished. I think we finished 3-6 that year, and then my senior year, I think we went 4-6, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so not a really good like flashy high school career, but since I've been in college, it's been crazy. Like going from Drake, they were conference champions the year before I got there, and
Yeah.
we became conference champions again that year. And actually, this past season they won it again, which is pretty crazy. Three-peat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then going down to San Diego, Southwestern College, they didn't have much of a resume in that sense. They were 1-8 the previous season, but we came in, had an amazing season. Nobody really thought that we were going to be able to do what we did. Went 8-3, got a first bowl game in a really long time. It was the Patriotic Bowl, also renamed as the Coaches Against Cancer Bowl for our coach Oscar Rodriguez.
Nice.
But yeah, we went 8-3 that season, won a bowl game, and now I'm here. You know,
Yeah, I had a chance to engage with the coaching staff on X, and they seem really all about it and supporting you guys. So, for a guy like me, that's just a fan page. I appreciate that they're pushing you guys' information. They're pushing, culture that they have, and I see big things coming from that program. Hopefully, the pipeline that we have, right, we can get more people down to the 956. Your high school career, obviously, you chose Drake. How was the recruitment out of high school? Did you have a lot of options? Was it limited? How did that go?
I actually didn't have a lot of recruitment coming out of high school. I got I got offered by Drake early my senior year, like literally summer of my senior year. Recruitment didn't really pick up more from there, except for a couple of D2s. Not really
Okay.
much D1 attention. Um, but yeah, I committed to Drake pretty late in the season. I'd say around October, November, and then yeah, wasn't too big on recruitment out there.
How about the recruitment out of Southwestern? Did you have a lot of offers? What stood out for UTRGV?
What's that out with UTRGV? I like that they're a young program. They came and got me. I was looking for a school to give me an opportunity to play once again at the Division 1 level. I had San Diego at the time, but I was still on the edge with that because they were in the same conference that I came from.
Mm,
But so I really wanted to get out of that conference, and UTRGV gave me that opportunity. And I liked the coaching staff as soon as I got down here. I love the community. On my visit, they showed so much love. They didn't even know I was on the team yet, and
wow.
they showed so much love. Like I loved it down here. I had to.
Yeah, I talked to a lot of players, and I've spoken a little bit about this as how Edinburgh is a college town, right? And just saying because there's no professional sports down here, and this football team coming, and now how the basketball team is doing so well, right? The track team just won the conference championship indoors. There's a lot of momentum that's happening. So for the program and to get guys like you to come down here is a big testament to that. And I did want to ask about family because I know being in college and away from your family could be tough. In your family, who's really helped you and shaped you from your family?
My mom, she's given me everything in life. Never really had much of a father figure except for my coaches, I'd say. But my mom, she's given me everything, and I'm so grateful for that. She's putting her heart, soul, everything into me. She supported me through my entire journey, even on days when she wasn't feeling the best. I love my mom for that, and I can't thank her enough.
What's your mom's name?
Ananesia.
Ananesia. Shout out to Ananesia. I don't know her, like I said, but yeah, you got that support, right? You're not close to. Is she still in Minneapolis?
She is still in Minneapolis, working as an
Okay.
area supervisor right now. Um, I think she's coming down pretty soon. She might come down for the spring game.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's actually not far from me because I'm north of Brownsville, like 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm definitely going to be at the spring game.
Oh yeah.
So she can come in. That would be great. I mean, for her to have her experience the valley, take her around. For UTRGV, obviously there's a lot of things that are great about it. I want to talk about the culture and what stood out to you about that. When you were on your trip and talking to the players and the coaches, what about the culture excited you?
I love that everybody seems so family oriented. Like I feel like since I've been here, I haven't felt like an outcast. Like everybody is so accepting. Like
Uh,
they wanna tell me about this place and that place, and like they're like, if you ever need anything, like come to my house, come to my house. That's not normal for me. Like people
mm.
don't invite you to their house like the first day that you meet them. That's crazy. But like everybody is open, has welcomed me with open arms, and I literally I love it so much.
Yeah, I think we talked before is where I moved back here after leaving for 20 years and I came back and I remember the first thing I had to get used to is people asking me so many questions. And they're like, who are you? What are you about? Where do you come from? And I remember just being apprehensive, like, why are you talking to me? Like, I don't know you. Where I'm from, you don't talk to anybody unless you know them,
Right.
and that's not the way it is down here. And once you get used to it after the first initial shock, you'll feel how special it is when you get out of it. Like when you go back home, or maybe if you go to other areas and you're like, man, that's different than what I've been in for the last couple months, right? So I would just say embrace it and love it because the people here are going to ask a lot of questions, but they all come from a sincere place. Like they really do want to know who you are and what you're all about, and they will invite you to a barbecue like I will, right? I am going to be like, hey, come on down to a barbecue, man. We'll have a good time and put on some music and just laugh and have a good time. And at the end of the night, we'll shake hands and see when we're going to do it again. So that definitely is a culture down here that I love, and it's the reason I moved back. I wanted to raise my kids in this area because I thought that was a pretty special time when I was young, when I was here. So I'm glad that you recognize that, and I'm glad that's going to continue to do it because I think a lot of players at the end of their playing career, sometimes they stay where they went to college,
Yep.
right? It might be home. You never know, right? And if those attributes are something you like, you know what you're going to get if you stay here after college. What do you think about that?
I wouldn't mind staying here after college. Actually, it's a pretty nice town. Up and coming. Actually, I'd say UTRGV is probably getting bigger. Like since I've been here, like I feel like we've skyrocketed even more. It's a nice town, not too much crime, not pretty quiet. Uh, yeah, I mean, I feel like there's definitely opportunities here, and I'd love to stay.
Let's talk about next year, right? Coming off a 9-3 season, there's a lot of momentum,
There is.
right? We only lost 3 games, and all 3 games there's the people that made the playoffs.
Yep.
And obviously the one at Lamar we had, down to the wire, and then SFA and Southeastern got us pretty good, right? So we brought in a guys like you and players like you. What are you excited about this year? What do you see, and what do you think? What type of goals you have coming into the defensive line of what you want to do?
I'm excited to join this program. I'm looking to add production to this team. I wouldn't say that I'm looking to start right away. None of that. Looking to be a rotational guy, helping out the team however I can. Uh, but honestly, I'm just hoping that we could get that conference championship. Make it to the playoffs and go far in there. I'm trying to win a national chip.
Yeah.
Like we can compete with the best of the best. Only 3 losses in the FCS season. That's amazing.
And I noticed too, you're not a older player. I mean, you're a redshirt freshman, right? This is going to be, you got 3 more years left. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I'm only 19 years old.
Man, God bless you, man. 19 years old. My metabolism was better, right? I had like 150 less pounds on me, right? So I like that because with this era with the transfer portal, right? And you've been experienced it, right?
Yep.
Um,
A lot of
a
older.
lot of yeah, a lot of schools aren't recruiting freshmen or sophomores. They're looking for the juniors and seniors. So I'm really glad that UTRGV looked at you as a prospect that can come in and hopefully develop, right? Be a rotational player this year, hopefully start next year, and then be a star your last year, right? Which is what college football used to be.
Yep.
If you remember before all this transfer portal stuff, it was rare when a freshman played, and played a lot. You were a special teams freshman, right? And then you maybe got on the field a little bit your sophomore year. So I think for that, I think you have a really good opportunity to develop. What are the coaches telling you what you should work on, and what are the things you want to work on this off season before next year?
Just really getting the playbook down. That's been a little bit of a struggle. I wouldn't say too much, but I really want to work on my pass rush game. They air the ball out a lot more down here. I'm trying to work on that. Uh, I'd say my run game, getting my pads a little lower. So I can
Mhm.
get some good leverage there. You feel me? But yeah, I mean, spring ball's been going pretty good. Just hoping to get better.
I've seen a couple of these inside moves, man. Is that what's your go-to move? Because I've seen a couple of these inside moves where you're using your hands and getting inside. Would you say that's your go-to move, or what's your go-to move?
Yeah, it's definitely my go-to move. Getting my hands on and then coming underneath or either going over
Yep.
top. I like a little club spin. I mean, not club spin, club rip, club.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely one of my top moves. Push pull. You know,
Yep. Well,
using
my
my
dad was a defensive line coach, so I was a little kid watching him coach when I was younger. So I did notice that on your tape. Um, what move are you working on that's kind of new that you're developing?
um. I'm actually working on a long arm. I've never actually tried to do a long arm for real. Just bull rush for real. But like with the long arm, it helps getting leverage and helps with throwing a counter move if I get stuck to
Yep.
to get my hips around and try to make a play.
Yeah, we interviewed Josh Cashola, Cash Money, we call him, right?
Mhm.
And he talked about bull rushing and how that, to us as a regular fan, it looks like you have to be big to do it. And you got to weigh more than the other person. But it's all leverage, right? If you get somebody moving backwards, you push them a right place, and then you can use that move. If they stop it, you can go under. You can do all kinds of
Yeah.
different things. What defensive lineman currently I know you said Aaron Donald and you said Khalil Mack. Currently, what defensive lineman do you kind of look at to maybe imitate some plays or that you're looking up to now?
Byron Murphy on the Seahawks. Saw him coming out of Texas. Guy was a beast. Loved him. Love seeing him work. He creates crazy production on the defensive line, and he goes pretty unseen, but he puts in the work.
Well, Seahawks had one of the best defenses in a long time
Yep.
with that one. So I know that one's going the next year they're going to be just as good. So it's going to be one of those things we keep an eye on. Looking at the schedule this year, we have some pretty crazy games. I mean, we have Sacramento State, UTSA, which I told you offline. My daughter goes there, so I'm going
Yeah.
to have UTSA dad, but Puro 956 shirt
Yeah.
made for me, right? What game on the schedule are you looking forward to?
I'd say that UTSA game for sure. And
Man, it's gonna be crazy.
that Lamar game. I'm hoping to get back. Oh yeah. I got a couple of teammates that actually went there too, coming out of Southwestern. So
Oh, really?
yes, sir.
You want to drop their names so we can get a little controversy going? Who's out there? Is it a defensive lineman? Is it an offensive tackle? What do we got?
It's a couple of corners in nickel hybrid. Dawson Washington and John Williams.
John Williams in Washington. We're coming for you. I know you can't say it, but I can. I'm a fan page. I can say whatever I want. But
Okay.
Lamar, I'm going to write that down and I'm going to bring that up to you because yeah, that was a heartbreaker, man. We were driving on that one, and we had a chance to kick that field goal, and just one thing didn't happen for us. Because I really think if we won, or not we, you guys won the game, right? That I think the playoffs there.
Oh,
I don't know how they can let us out. So we were close to that. All right, well, wrapping up. I mean, I always obviously there's a lot to be excited about. The Valley is in the off season. If you think it's exciting, when the season starts, my guy, it is insane. And the tailgating, I'm down for. As you can see, I'm the president of the Big Back Mafia, so I'm a
okay.
tailgater, right? So I'm in
Hey,
section 114 too. So if you ever get something going on, hit me up at 114. I'll be up there
all right.
making noise.
Very
What message do you want to tell the fan base that tells what they should be excited about you?
excited about me. Young player coming in, ready to work. Ready to create some havoc. You feel me? That's my motto. I'm a havoc maker, ready to put in all the work. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Well, I'm excited for you, Nick. And on behalf of DITV and the fan base, we're going to be here to support you. We're going to invite you to barbecues, right? We're going to get you everything you need to be comfortable. And if you ever need anything, I'm a phone call away when it comes to that support. But we're excited for you and blessed to have you down here in Minneapolis to Drake, right? To Southwestern. Now you're home at UTRGV. So I really appreciate you joining.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right, brother. Well, if you guys are following, please like and subscribe. Tune in. We've definitely had some bangers recently with a lot of good content, and Nick's just another one. And we have some other pretty big ones coming up. So, Nick, thank you for joining, and V's up.
Yes, sir. V's up.
Let's get it, baby.